What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JCC show. Today, we're going to talk about effort. It's not motivation, it's reality. I find that a lot of us want the result, but don't make the effort required to achieve that result. A lot of I'm going to try, I'm going to do my best, and in reality, what it comes down to is they're not going to make the effort. Effort is absolutely required to make any lasting impact, to make a change at all. You have to try. You don't try. You have to do it. So that's what today is. Today is all about effort. So the thing is most people stay average because they don't push themselves. And I know pushing yourself is hard and change is hard, but being average is far harder. Staying stuck in a rut whenever you know that you're built for more, you know that you're supposed to be doing more. Staying in that rut, it can be fatal. It's definitely fatal to your goals. It's definitely fatal to your dreams, everything that you want to accomplish. So, if you're ever going to make any headway whatsoever towards your goals, you have to know that there's work involved, and you have to be willing to do that work. So, your results, they come behind action. You're not just going to think, oh, I want to be this, oh, I want to change into this, oh, I want to do this right, and it's not just going to magically happen. I believe in manifestation, I believe in the law of attraction, but it requires action on your part. So you're not just going to think, oh, I want $1 million, I want $1 million, I want $1 million, and it's not just going to magically fall into your lap. It's not going to happen. You have to work. You have to put in the effort. You can have anything that you want. You can be anybody that you want. You just have to make the effort. So, you have to stop blaming others or circumstances or anything outside of yourself for the results that you have. Because what it comes down to is the measure of your efforts. The measure of your results is going to be the measure of your efforts. You put in, or you get out what you put in. So, blame doesn't work because blame shifts. It's like I was talking about on the last episode. It's like it takes your power away because then somebody else or something else or it's out of your control. And if it's out of your control, then it's not your fault. You can't handle it. It leaves you defenseless and it leaves you helpless. So blaming is crap. It's not good for you. And it ties back into ownership. Like, you have to own it before you can put in the effort needed. So growth is going to require discomfort, and putting in effort is uncomfortable. Going to the gym sucks. It feels good, but it sucks. You have to take your time, you have to drive to the gym, you have to go work out for 30 minutes to an hour, whatever, and then you got to drive back home. You have to make an effort. No amount of watching videos, no amount of self-help or motivational speaking or anything is going to make your arms grow. You have to go do the effort. You have to put in the reps. It's the same thing with changing your life. If you want consistent results, you have to make consistent action. You have to put in the effort. Every single time, every day, day after day, and you're not going to see results immediately. That's a problem with it is very, very few actions that you take are you going to see a result quickly. It sucks. It's part of the grind, though. You're going to see slow results over time, but you have to stay consistent with your effort. So, whatever your effort, you're doing one thing or another. Even inaction is still action. So, you're either moving towards your goal or you're moving farther away from it. It just depends on the amount of effort you're willing to put in. If you're not putting anything in, you're not getting any closer to the things that you want. Effort, if you are putting in effort, you are gradually moving towards the things you want. That's common sense. That's everybody knows that, but not everybody thinks about it in the way of, most people look at it and say, "Oh, well, I didn't see results today, so I'm gonna skip tomorrow. I'm just gonna slip." And then one day becomes two, and then two becomes three, and three becomes a week, and your whole life is off track. You have to stay consistent with it. You have to. Most people quit too early. They don't see results within, like I said, the first week, first 2 weeks, the first month, and they think, "Oh, well, guess I'll just give up," because it's easier than trying. It's easier than consistently putting in the work. And changing your life is work. It requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of energy. It requires a lot of discipline. So most people aren't going to want to do it. That's why it's so easy to get ahead. It's so easy to get further down the line than the next person. Excuse me. Because if you're putting in effort, you're putting in 10% more effort than the next person, it can have exponential results. It's fairly simple. It's like Elon Musk was talking about why he worked so much, why he put in such long hours every week. And it's like he asked, or somebody asked him, and he said, he's like, "Well, I can work 100 hours a week, and do you think that with me working 100 hours a week, that I'm getting 2.5 times more done than somebody who works 40 hours a week?" And the interviewer's like, "Well, I mean, that makes sense, yeah." And he's like, "Maybe for the first week, but after a couple months, I'm a year, I'm 2 years, I'm 5 years ahead of them." You have to be consistent with your efforts, and you have to do it. You have to work on you harder than you work on your job, harder than you work on your relationships, harder than you work on anything. You have to work on becoming the person that you want to be. And it's going to take a lot of effort. You don't get to just sit this one out. If you want to change your life, you have to work for it. It's hard. It's grueling work. But the results are so far above anything that you can possibly imagine that it's worth it. It's worth every second of it. So you have to become a person who works. You have to have an identity shift from, "Oh, I'm this guy. I'm Justin. I do this, and this. I'm kind of lazy. I'm undisciplined. Don't go to the gym every day like I need to. I'll get there a couple times a week, but not doing it as consistently as I need to. I should this, I should that." No. You have to build effort into your identity. I am a hard worker. I work my ass off every day, consistently. Without that, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to spin in circles, and then you're going to be like, "Okay, I've tried so hard. I've tried everything. I've done this. I've done that. And really, in reality, you've done a couple things, the same things over and over and over, and was hoping it would work. And that's not. That's not effort. That's spinning in circles. That's all you're doing. So make sure that your amount of effort makes sense. First of all, make sure that you're putting effort into the right things. Make sure that you are putting effort into things that are going to make your dreams become reality, as opposed to just like it does no good for you to put effort into your current career working as a janitor if you want to. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to start being lazy at your job. You wouldn't go get a degree for a career that you don't want to work in. You would want to get a degree in a field that makes sense for the path that you're on. So make sure, it's the same thing with building your life. You have to make sure that the steps that you're taking and the effort that you're putting in match your intended outcome. This shouldn't have to be said. This is absolutely common sense, but you'd be surprised how many people I talk to. They're like, no, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm like, that has zero to do with what you told me you're wanting to do. That's crazy to me. It makes no sense how little common sense some people have. And I'm not talking bad about anybody. I'm not disparaging anybody. Nobody's ever told a lot of these people how to look at life, how to analyze the things that need to be done and the steps that need to be taken. They have no clue. And so that's something else I'm here for, is I want to help people strategize. I'm a life coach and strategist. I want to help you figure out the strategies that you need to implement that are going to get you to the result the fastest. I don't believe in coaching somebody forever. My goal is to work with you, get you through it as quickly as possible so you don't need me anymore. Because that means you've built yourself to a point where you're handling life and you're making crap happen. That's what I want. I don't want forever customers or clients. That's weird to me. I don't know why people do that. You have to have daily non-negotiables, daily tasks, daily things that you set that are consistent, that are everyday things, whether it be waking up at 6 o'clock or whether it be drinking water in the morning first thing after you wake up. That way your brain has the fluids it needs to get you going and to get you moving. That's actually a very big one. You have to have 2 to 3 of those that literally every day you do those. Typically it's best to do them first thing in the morning because then you start your day off with a small win, a small win, a small win, and then things just snowball from there. It's hard to get you down at lunch if you've already had a number of wins throughout the morning. Typically, it's a lot easier for you to be like, oh, well, that situation sucked, let's move on. If you start off by lying to yourself, you start off by saying, I'm going to do this, and you don't, your body automatically is saying, well, we can't trust this guy, so whenever he talks about this new change and he talks about this, we're going to hold back. There's no point in it. He doesn't mean it. That's crazy. I used to be the world's worst about this. Tell myself I'm going to wake up at this time, then hit the snooze button over and over and over and over. And I missed out on a lot of opportunities because of that. Anyway, so you have to have those standards for yourself and you have to have those things daily. And in order to do that, you have to take the decision making out of it. You have to make, like, there's not a choice. If you have to put your alarm clock across the room so that you have to get up, do that. Like, take the decision making out of it. Don't give yourself any other option. Burn your boats. That's the best way to do it. And put in that effort to make sure you do the things that you say you're going to do. Because if you don't, your subconscious mind is just going to be like, nah, this is just another one of his things. He'll get over it in a week. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We're not going to change. That's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling to look up and be like, well, I'm in the exact same spot I was last year. That sucks bad. So I want to help you get through that part. I mean, you've got to make effort a part of your daily life. Like, concentrated, you know what you're doing effort towards the right thing. That has to be one of your standards. I am the type of person that puts this effort into becoming this person, and I do it consistently, daily, every single day. I don't miss. You'd be surprised how fast things are going to turn around for you. So, that being said, make effort a standard, change your life, raise your standards, and change your life. This is Justin with the JCC Show, and I will talk to y'all later.